The headlines, the issues impacting you, all on This Week in Cincinnati on 9 on Your Side.
Welcome back. This week I sat down for nearly 20 minutes with Ohio Governor John Kasich. Among the many issues we talked about, what he hopes his legacy as governor will be and what he wants to accomplish before his term ends. In terms of when you look at the state of Ohio, what puts the most pressure on the state of Ohio's budget, finances? Is it health care?
I would say, yeah, we've done a good job of controlling Medicaid because it's only going up by 2%, but it's an ongoing thing. You have to be tough, you have to be creative, you have to be able to tell special interests no, and you've got to win through the legislative process, some of which we can do ourselves. But look, you know, it's also having an environment where people want to come here. Mm-hmm. So we're up. I'm going to have a big party. We're only 15,000 jobs. That's a lot, 15,000 people away from 500,000. I mean, 500,000 increase in jobs in these years when we were down so far is really, really great. And if you can have jobs, you can have revenue. As you have revenue, you know, you can do a lot of things for people. Mm-hmm. The biggest challenge for the future is the changing nature of our jobs. You know, you may not have a cameraman in the future. They may have a robot. In fact, if you go into a studio today, robots operate a lot of these things. Mm-hmm. The changing in the digital economy, people who work in banks, people who work in grocery stores. If you go now to some restaurants, you know, everything gets ordered through a kiosk. It is all changing, but the institutions of education that need to provide the skills and the resilience to people and be fully integrated to know what jobs are coming and what's going to be lost and how do I get ready for the future. We are farther ahead than most states, but this is a big challenge for our country and for our state.
You have less than 365 days left as the governor of the great state of Ohio. So what's on your agenda?
You mean my agenda for the next year? Oh, well,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's infrastructure. You know, we're doing another $500 million in bonds. They'll give us cash to be able to do more infrastructure improvements. Its workforce is a very big part of this. It's the autonomous vehicles, it's sensors, it's fiber in the road, so you're going to see the development of autonomous vehicles. It's dealing with poverty in Appalachia. We've got a program that we're now moving forward on in Pike County that we hope will be an example, not just for Pike County, not just for Ohio, but for the country. Listen, the list is never ending. You know, I'm an idea guy, and the only thing that makes me a little bit nervous is, you know, in a year, how do I maintain the momentum for being able to assemble a team of people to try to do good stuff? And don't take me wrong. I'm like every other human being. I'm deeply flawed, but there are moments in time where, you know, I'm trying to reflect the glory of a good God and care about people and be compassionate and you know, that's what I want to do in the future, and I don't know what road that's going to take.
Do you worry about how somebody takes the vision that you had and the agenda that you had and how that manifests going forward once you leave office?
I don't want to see these things broken. Mm-hmm. But you know, I've studied, not studied, but I've thought about, you know, George Bush and Bill Clinton and Barack Obama. They're presidents, I'm a governor, but you don't really want to have, once you're done, you're done. Don't be coming around. I used to say when I left Congress, when I left we had a balanced budget and now there are trillions and trillions of dollars in the hole. I'm very disappointed in that. But you know what, when you leave high school, you don't drive around in the parking lot. You know, and I'm not going to be driving around in the parking lot. I think I'll be busy enough that I won't even have time.
Okay, so that alludes to something. You'll be busy enough doing what?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I have no idea what I'm going to be doing.
You keep seeing articles about.
Yeah, well, look, everybody wants to speculate I'm going to run for president. I mean, yeah. I wouldn't tell you that that it's impossible, but I'm also not going to tell you I'm doing the things that need to be done to be able to do that. I do want to keep a voice. I am going to keep a political operation as long as I can, but I don't know what's going to come. I mean, today I was on the phone with a really great guy from a very prestigious institution, higher education. He said, "Hey, you come here? We want you to be associated with us." I don't know where this is all going to go. I said, "Well, thank you very much. I have no idea what I'm going to do." The other thing that I want to mention, now that we're on the subject of the Lord, is when we see an erosion of our value system. of the need to care about others, the need to be part of a team, the need to forgive. When we lose those things, then it becomes every person for themselves. And the issue of values, which comes from, for me, a higher power. Now you can be a humanist and not believe that, and you can still be doing great things, but for a large society, the sense of what is expected of us in our lives, how we're supposed to live, we need to recapture that, because when we don't, it's like one person's survival as opposed to, I am my brother's keeper.
We're all in this together.
We're all in it together. And you know what? No one's getting out of this place alive.
Well, Governor Kasich told me he has no idea if he'll run for president again. He will travel to New Hampshire in early April to speak at New England College. Of course, New Hampshire holds the first primary in the presidential race.